Okay, welcome back. Let's continue with your 12.3. Okay, so let's have your title out. This is the last section for your probability chapter. Okay, have the title in your exercise book, and for those who are ready, have a look at practice now 7, which is in page 141. Okay, more examples of single events probability now. Okay, so let's have a look. They mentioned this circle is divided into sectors of different color. A point is selected at random in the circle. Part 1. Find the probability that the point lies in the red sector. Okay, so it's no longer just numbers. Okay, in this case, they also link it to your concept of a pie chart of angles, right? So if I want to find the probability such that the pointer is going to land anywhere in the red section, okay, what do you think we need to compare in order to get probability of landing in the red sector? We know that this is a circle, right? Which means the area is going to be proportional to the angle. Am I right? So since I know that the red sector is 135 degree, I will know that the probability of landing in the red sector is going to be 135 degree over the total, and that is full circle 360 degree. Okay, simplifying the answer, you get the value of 38 for probability of the red sector. Okay. Second part, you want to find the probability that it lies in the pink sector. Okay. Okay, so probability that it lies in the pink sector would mean that I will definitely need what is the angle for the pink sector. And are we able to find? Yes, okay, so quite easily because I have all the rest of the angles in the rest of the angles for the different color, right? So if I want to find the angle in the pink sector, okay, let's just solve for it first, step by step. So angle in the pink sector, I will take your 360 minus everything else. Okay, go in a circle lah. Okay, and that will give you your pink sector to be 60 degree. Okay, and since I know that the pink sector is 60 degree now, if I want to find the probability of landing in the pink sector, would just simply be your 60 degree over 360. Simplifying your answer, 16, full stop. Okay. Next one, okay, part 3, probability of yellow sector. Question, is there any yellow sector in this circle over here? No, right? So the chance of getting yellow is impossible. Impossible means that my probability is going to be 0. That's all. Okay, no calculation is needed lah. Last but not least, probability of landing in the blue or the orange sector. Okay, blue or orange means to say I am okay with either landing at blue or orange, right? Which means this entire area that I'm shading in yellow, okay, is the favorable event that you want. Okay, which means to say as long as the pointer lands on blue or yellow, it's what you want. That's the favorable outcome. Okay, and that also means I need to add up the total sum of my angle, right? So 30 plus 45, that gives you 75 degree over the total angle, which is 360. Simplifying your answer, 5 out of 24. Stop. Okay, first example here. When you're ready, move on to the next one, which is in practice now 8. Okay, last two questions. Okay, question 1 and question 2 for practice now 8, and then we will be done with all your webcasts. Okay, practice now 8, this is in page 142. Okay, let's flip over to the correct page. We have a look at question number 1. Okay, let me read out to you. They mentioned there are 12 green balls and x plus 2 yellow balls in the box. Okay, so you already see, not just numbers. We include algebra already. Part 1, find an expression in terms of x for the total number of balls in the box. Okay, so part 1 should be quite easy, I hope. 12 green ball, x plus 2 yellow ball, right? So if I want the total number of balls, that would mean I take the 12 green balls plus your x plus 2 yellow ball please don't leave in this expression because you know your 12. Expanding the brackets, there is no change, right? 12 plus 2 simply gives you 14. This is your total number of balls in the box. Okay, of course, in terms of x lah, as mentioned in the question. Okay, part 2. A ball is drawn at random from the box. Write down expression in terms of x for the probability that the ball is yellow. Okay, so now I want to talk about probability that it is going to be a yellow ball. Okay, which means I need to put my event, which is yellow balls, at the top of my fraction, right? So my probability or my number of favorable outcome is going to be the number of yellow balls, which is over here. Okay, so I'm going to put my x plus 2 at the top and total outcome at the bottom, which is your 14 plus x. Full stop. Nothing to simplify. Okay, please don't make the fundamental mistake, the basic mistake of cancelling your x. Cannot do that. Okay, and I hope you remember why I say cannot, because there is a plus in the middle. Okay, so you can't take it as a single term and then you just want to cancel off. Okay, let me just rewrite. This is part 2. Okay, part 3. Given that the probability in part 2 is 2 over 5, find the value of x. Okay, so they already tell you whatever you have in your part 2, this is actually equal to 2/5, right? So form an equation. We want to solve for x. So without further ado, I equate this up to be 2/5. Fraction equal fraction. My very first step, don't need think too hard. I need to cross multiply. Okay, multiplying across, I have 5 times x plus 2. Right side 2 times 14 plus x. Okay, removing the fraction, now we just have to, of course, rainbow expansion in your values. Okay, one at a time. So 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 2 is 10. The other side, 2 times 14 is 28. 2 times x is 2x. I want to solve for x, so shift your x to one side, shift your numbers to the other side. Okay, so that gives me 5x minus 2x, 28 minus 10. Simplifying this further. Okay, I hope I don't have to explain too much. It is just solving your equation, right? Okay, you will end up with your answer to be x equals to 6, full stop. Question number 1. Okay, very last example. Let's have a look at question number 2 in practice now 8. Okay, question says there are 28 boys and 25 girls in the school hall. After y girls leave the hall, the probability of selecting a girl at random becomes 3 over 7. Write down an expression in terms of y for the total number of boys and girls that remain. Okay, so 28 boys, 25 girls to begin with. After y left, okay, then they want you to find what is the total number of boys and girls that remain in the hall, correct? So first thing, I want to find the total number of boys and girls remaining. Okay, that would be, I need to add my original number first, right? My boys and girls. But y left the hall, y number of girls left the hall, right? Which means I need to subtract away by y girls to give me my total number of students. So 28 plus 25 will give you 53. The y cannot be simplified, so let's just leave it. This is part 1. Okay. Part 2 says find the value of y, okay, which is the number of girls that left the hall. Okay, so let's think about the whole information that we have, okay, or whatever that is given to us in the question. One important information they mention is the probability of selecting a girl becomes 3 out of 7 after the girls left. Okay, so let's try to express this in terms of your y for your probability first. Okay, so probability of girls after the y girls left. Okay, so if initially I have 25 girls, y girls left means I remain. The remaining girls will be 25 minus y, right? Because y girls left the hall. Correct? So if I want to pick the number of girls the left in the hall, the probability of choosing a girl after the y girls left the hall would means my remaining number of girls which is 25 minus y, right? Over my total number of students that is remaining in the hall, and that would be your 53 minus y. Okay, I repeat one more time. I want to find the probability of choosing a girl after the y girls left the hall. Okay, so which means this would represent the number of girls left in the hall, right? And the bottom one, this will represent the total number of students left. Left as in left in the hall. Correct? And this fraction is going to give me the probability of choosing a girl. Okay, and we know according to the question, they mentioned that this probability is actually 3 out of 7. So now I can form my equation over here. Next is just your systematic solving of your equation. Okay, so cross multiply before we expand and simplify. Okay, so do your rainbow expansion to both sides. Okay, you're going to end up with 175 minus 7y. The other side is 159 minus 3y. Okay, again, shift everything to one side. If you want to, you can choose to shift your y to the left, numbers to the right. And that gives you, continue from here, minus 4y equals to negative 16. And therefore, your y is 4. Full stop. Okay, this is the end for the second section, and but of course this is not the end for all the examples in this section. Okay, there are 2 more to go, okay, which we will run through the next time I see you. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Bye bye.